Okay. Thank you so much for joining. Can you please provide your introduction?
Sure. So my name is, I'm having around 2.8 years of experience in this ServiceNow ecosystem, and I
Okay.
have worked for KPMG and Teradata. So my experience include I worked on ITSM, financial services operations for banks, and service request management, integrations, and some part of like customer service management as a part of my experience. So currently, I'm pursuing my master's in United States in Arkansas University. So I'm doing my
Okay.
master's in computers and information sciences. So from last 1.5 year, I'm away from ServiceNow, but I constantly be in touch with ServiceNow platform via LinkedIn or some other doing some community activities. Like recently, couple of days back, I attended this Dallas ServiceNow World Forum. So where it's all about Gen AI and everything.
Okay.
So that's how I try to be in touch in like with ServiceNow, even though I'm doing my masters. So it's a bit about my ServiceNow like ecosystem knowledge or background, I would say.
So, so what basically you got from that World Forum?
So World
Any?
Forum it's
Yeah.
yeah, please go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You're learning from that World Forum, please.
So it's all about Gen AI. So how Gen AI will you know like get rid of all these manual processes, like giving 24/7 customer support, automatically creating reports and dashboards. Like we just need to give the prompt, then it will do that work. And similarly, we have seen this catalog item also. So just give the prompt and it will create our catalog item, including fields and everything. So the future is like I would say the nightmare for developers, but yeah. So yeah,
They want developers to be smart.
yes, with the help of AI, yeah,
Yes.
smart,
Yes.
and we
AI
can
develop.
deliver the things fast. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Great. Great. Can you tell me what is the current version of ServiceNow, which is in market? Latest one?
Xanadu.
Xanadu. Okay. Anything specific which you have gone through in Xanadu, which you think is, you know, very good and time changing, life changing, or time changing?
Yeah, so recently I had participated in one of the challenge. So like every year I used to participate. Like I started with like 2 years back, build with AES App Engine Studio, and
Okay.
similarly this year they have conducted like build with Creator Studio. So Creator Studio, it's a tool in ServiceNow where like we have everything at one place. So we can design similar to App Engine Studio. We can design mobile applications, desktop applications, portal, everything at one place. So as part of that, I have created one custom application, mobile service management, where customers can like end users can raise a request for repair, like for repairing for their mobile phone and everything. So it will go through like several steps using playbook. I have created some steps like task, generating task, and sending a notification to technician and all those stuff. So I have created this simple basic application and I have posted that all those stuff in the LinkedIn. So as part of the process of the
Okay.
challenge.
So
So
can you
that Creator
explain your
Studio caught my
application?
mind. So yeah, my application it's called mobile service management, where end user can raise the repair request. So let's say if you have iPhone 11, your front screen cracked, then you can go to my application and raise a request. You can use either mobile application or you can use desktop application, because I created the mobile application as well as and workspace too. I created workspace also in simple steps. Like within 15 minutes, I am managed to create this whole application by using Creator Studio feature in the latest Xanadu release. So that caught my eyes. So yeah, that is
Okay.
one of the powerful feature also, I would say, in ServiceNow.
Okay. Great. Great. Nice. Okay. Tell me about CSM. What you have done in CSM till now?
So CSM, I haven't worked on CSM specifically, but see, as part of financial services operations like FSO, so FSO is integrated with CSM. So we have financial services cases, and we have some customers, contacts, and all those tables which are integrated with financial services operations.
Okay. So in FSO, what all facility means? What exactly you were targeting? What was
So
your actual goal in that?
So I think 2 years back when I started working for like financial services operations, we implemented this module. It's like brand new module, those 2 years back. So we implemented this for a bank in the US. So we
Okay.
implemented everything from scratch. FSO basically it includes like all the banking related applications and services like credit card operations, debit card operations, and we integrated with some of the bank external systems like using scripted REST API, flow designers. Script includes business rules and everything. It's like end-to-end application for the banking purposes. So let's say if the customer has any disputes, whether it is debit card or credit card,
Mm-hmm.
then we are lodging a case in the service now, and that case we are routing it to several other uh, third-party systems which are related to bank. So that's what we have done in the as part of this financial services operations module.
Okay. So it must be included, it must be having some GRC part as well, right?
Yeah, for compliance related, yes.
Yeah. So have you done that part also?
GRC part, no, but security related, we used edge encryption. So it's like, so we used to pass the information using proxy servers. So and even ServiceNow personal, they cannot access those edge encryption. We have separate module called rules. So we can define the rules. Let's say if we have short description, then we can encrypt that short description in the ServiceNow system. Even ServiceNow admins can't access that. Only client can access that.
Okay.
That is bank people. So that
Okay.
is one security feature we have done. Not
Okay.
nothing specific related to compliance, I would say.
Okay. Okay. So you must have done many integrations in this FSO, right?
Yes, two, three integrations into different
Can you
systems.
explain the architecture of those integrations?
So yeah, so as soon as any case is created in ServiceNow, immediately we are triggering flow designers. So those flow designers using integration hubs, and we created some script includes. So let's say so we'll get the payload from the banking. So after using that payload, we created we inserted the data in the ServiceNow tables. So as soon as the data is got inserted here, we are sending those to those payloads using this flow designer. Like we are triggering script includes, and we are sending the payload to other systems in the other banking systems. So we used OAuth 2.0, and we use script includes, and we use flow designer integration hub for triggering the flows.
Okay. So if I talk about mutual authentication and OAuth integration, sorry, OAuth authentication. So do you can you tell me the difference between both?
So we have like two type of authentication, I believe. One is like basic authentication. It's
Hmm.
like just how we have like base username and the password. And like of the any of the user record in the service now, whether it is like admin or whether we just created that web services role so that it will create only cases or something, we can
Right.
restrict based on that. And the other one is like OAuth 2.0. So these like it's like token based access, I would say. So we'll have client ID, client secret, and all those. We can generate the token, and we can give the life expectancy of the token as well. So let's say we can generate token for 1 day, 2 days. So based on that, so user can access. So we are allowing user to access using that token. It's like we can refresh it to like maybe 30 seconds, 1 minute. So it will like more secure token based access or 2.0.
Okay. This one is more accurate and secure than
Secure
uh,
than basic auth. Yeah.
basic authentication.
Yeah.
Okay. So what kind of APIs you have used?
So APIs in the sense like in related to.
Yeah, in your banking project,
Mhm.
have you used any APIs, out of box APIs like let's say financial service related APIs and all?
No. So we just so the one thing we have done is we haven't used any updates yet. We everything we pushed into the store application. So it's like custom application. Everything we pushed over there, and we have like uh, 12, 13 instances for that bank. So everything we pushed into like one-to-one instance, and so like we defined the versions. So 1.1, 1.2, 1.3 like that. We pushed into each and every other instance. I haven't used any API specifically. We set up the base table structures and all those stuff.
Okay, you said they have 12, 13 instances.
Yeah,
Any
more than,
reason
I think
why
more than
so
12,
much?
13. I'm not sure, like, but they have like 12, 13 instances, and so everything. So they have like SSO2. They use ping. So every password. So every time we log into any instance, so we need to put the one-time passcode, and it's like the session is like very less as well because they're very strict and very secure since it is a bank, and it contains always security like sensitive information.
No, no, that I understand, but why they have so much of instances?
Uh, even I don't know the reason, Uminder,
Okay, okay, no
honestly.
problem. Yeah, because there must be some reason, right, of having
Yeah, yeah,
and managing these 13 or 12 instances is, I don't know, it's a very simple task. It's a huge task,
yeah. It's a huge task.
right? So have you used UI Builder?
Yeah, I have used UI Builder.
So
So,
tell me what you have built on it.
so I built some like pages, and I built this thing workspace. So recently I tried to replicate the service operations workspace by creating some basic web pages, events and all those stuff, just to get some hands-on. And so when it came to in the market like 2, 3 years back, it's
Hmm.
not it's not so updated, but we have some basic features, and it's a bit slow compared to now, like how it is performing today in service now. But during those days, we are able to do some changes on the workspace. So as part of one of the project, we did some basic things.
Okay. Can you tell me the difference between workspace and dashboard?
Yeah, so workspace is something where we can, like, the agent can go and refer to the cases, all the cases assigned to him and all the stuff. So dashboard is something where we produce the stats, like reports and metrics and all the stuff.
So which one is more useful?
So I would say like each of them has its own importance. So dashboard it will give the overall view for the agents, and workspace will help him for daily day-to-day activities like maintaining the cases, like updating the status and all the stuff. And we have this dashboard. We can include those dashboard pages in the workspace too. So like one of the tab in the left side. So we have maximum like 7 tabs we can add in the left side of the navigation pane in service operations workspace or any workspace. So
Hmm.
in that we can include dashboards too.
Okay. Can
We
we
can
say
create
the
reports.
dashboard is a part of is a subset of workspace? If
Yeah,
is
we
it
can say
possible?
that. Yeah, we can say that. Yeah, it's a subset of workspace. Actually, recently I created that dashboard in services operation workspace.
Okay.
In one of the tab, include all the reports related to incident, basic reports.
Okay. Okay. Great. I see you worked on CMDB as well. So what sort of experience you have in CMDB?
So in ServiceNow CMDB, I implemented data precedent rules because client has 4 different type of data sources. So like Microsoft SCCM, normal data imports, and other discovery, ServiceNow discovery. So while importing the data, like there is some sort of confusion over there for the client. So I implemented the data precedent rules. So like whenever the asset comes, so the first priority goes to service no discovery, the second priority goes to manual import, something like this. I implemented data precedent rules, and I have some basic idea on these relationships, CI classes, and the identification and reconciliation engine. So where it will reconcile the all assets, and based on the, let's say if the, so we have CI class manager in service now, and
Right.
it's a separate module where we can go and manipulate so we can give the order and all so based on those, if the data is already present over there, it will go and update the data, otherwise it will create the new records. It's like Colis field in import sets, I would say, this identification and reconciliation engine.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell me the import like one example where this CMDB relationships are paramount. One any of the example for relationships.
So let's say a client is using like server and the server our node and many different computers were attached to that server, and let's say so something went wrong. So these relationship will play a crucial role where we can go and search like what might have happened, and we have something called event management also in ServiceNow, I believe, where we can go. So where any service disruption happens, immediately it will create one high priority ticket. So we need to have that relationship so that we can see where it got stuck, where like that system got defect, something like that.
Okay. Using event management.
Yeah, using event management or any other third party tool or something.
Okay, okay. Suppose I have two tables, okay?
Okay.
And from these two tables, I want to extract a single report. How it is possible in ServiceNow? What all
So
sort of
we
functions you have in that?
so we can use database views. So we have left join, right join, and all those stuff. So we can leverage those views. We can combine two or three tables actually in database view.
Okay, and in case of CMDB, let's say I have two table which belongs to CMDB. Let's say server table and the virtual instance table. Okay,
Okay.
so in that case, what sort of option we have? I know you said database views, but anything else apart from this where you
In
can do
C
reporting?
So we have this CMDB health dashboard
Okay,
where we used to display the reports and stuff on metrics.
the HAL dashboard is different thing. Have you heard about CMDB Query Builder?
Yes, I heard, but I never built any
Okay,
those
so
things
this
like
this
a
thing is
vendor.
used for that only. Okay, Query Builder.
Okay, got it.
Go and
Yeah,
check it out.
yeah, sure.
All
Yeah.
the complexity of ServiceNow CMDB reporting is solved in that. You can include one, two, three, four tables also based on that filters and
Oh,
all,
got it. Yeah, I'll
and
go and explore
yeah,
that. Thanks.
and get a
Yeah.
proper report.
Okay.
Okay, so where do we add IRE rules?
In like inside the CI class manager, and so if you go to any specific class, so we have like different tabs. So I did it in like 2 years back. Maybe that UI got it maybe like it's good now, it looks good now, maybe with some advanced features, but like when I'm building, so it's like a small interface where we can define the rules, and we have like dictionary, class dictionary, everything, and
Okay,
we have precedent rules too. So we have three different parts in single interface in CA class manager.
let's come to scripted REST API. I see you mentioned it in your resume. Can
Yeah.
you tell me what scripted REST API you have created and what was the purpose for that?
So as I said, like I worked on this financial services operations for a bank. So during that, we integrated ServiceNow with two different bank system like third party applications. During that, we leveraged this scripted REST API
Okay,
to connect to the other systems. So we created one custom web service. So we used to do like implemented get and post calls, post method calls. So where we get the end API and using integration hub, so and using script includes, we using flow designer, so all those stuff, and we somehow like send some payload to other systems related to bank.
okay, okay. Uh, you heard about Now Assist?
Sorry,
Do you know? Do
now
you have
assist.
any
Yeah,
idea
yeah,
about
yeah. Now
Now Assist?
assist. Yes, yes, yeah.
So, what is its purpose?
So now assist. So it will help the end users. Like it kind of provide like 24/7 services for end users. Maybe let's say if end users come up with any incident, so it will try to figure out and give any related problem or knowledge article related to it.
Okay, and how it is related to Gen AI?
So generative AI, so I think it's like all part of like AI and ML. So it will try to learn so from all the instances, like all the incidents and all the everything from the database, we just need to train the model. So if you train the model, so as part of reinforcement learning, so it will learn better and give us the better results in future.
Okay, so let's say I want to use Chat GPT in ServiceNow. Okay, let's say I want
Uh-huh.
to use Chat GPT in Now Assist features,
Okay.
capabilities. How I can do that? What all options we have?
So one thing is we can create like a REST API. So using that REST API, we can so we have some free resources like endpoints in the using related to ChatGPT. Using that endpoint, we can create one custom table and we can create two fields, one for question, one for the answer.
Mm-hmm.
So we can put the question over there and using business rules, we can use that script usage in REST API thing. So that script uses, we can put that in the business rule and trigger like whenever like we put the question, so it will go and hit the API and business rule trigger it and we'll get the payload back like answer.
Okay. As you already mentioned that the ServiceNow is using Gen AI, right? So what about LLMs? From where we are getting the LLMs? Do ServiceNow has its own LLM or we are using outside LLM? Any idea on that?
I think since ServiceNow has many innovations around this Gen AI, so I believe ServiceNow has its own LLMs, and so those models will learn a lot. Actually, I recently saw one of your short reel in YouTube. So
Oh,
yeah,
great.
yeah, LLM related to LLM. So I
All
think
right.
I have seen for like for some time, not much, I believe so. Yeah, but I believe ServiceNow has its own LLM. Not
Yeah,
only
yes.
this,
ServiceNow has
because
its
it
own
has
LLM as well, and we have the option to work with outside LLM like OpenAI and Microsoft LLMs as well. So
yeah, and
integration is also there, and the ServiceNow using its own as well.
yeah, and recently I got to know that ServiceNow has its own database as well. Let's call Raptor DB. So in
Right.
World Forum, I got to know. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Great. Great. Let me find few more things. Lead upgrade and push to productivity. Okay. What about ITSM? Have you implemented anything from scratch?
Not from scratch, but I worked on many issues like providing support, like doing some enhancements, as like creating some stories, working upon some stories, like resolving some incidents, something like that. But I have some knowledge, good knowledge on ITSM, I would say.
Okay. So tell me how ITSM is related to CSM.
So ITSM, let's say, so we have incidents in ITSM, and similar to that, we have like cases in CSM.
Okay.
So maybe that cases we can convert those cases into incidents, and so and group of incidents we call it as problem. So something like that we can leverage and use both the modules.
Okay. Great. And what about ITOM? Any idea about ITOM?
Operations management, yes, I have a bit on discovery. I have
Mhm.
some basic knowledge, like using IP address. We used to fetch the like all the assets related to company, maybe people.
Okay. Okay. Great. So, flow designer,
Mhm.
you have you created any flow till now?
Yeah, yeah. So I have created n number of catalog items and I have created n number of flows for those catalog items.
Okay. So how we do error analysis? Let's say unexpected error happened, right? So what options we have to get such errors?
So
Exceptions,
one,
not errors, exceptions.
so one thing I have came across when I was working with flow design was we have this thing called error handling. So we
Mm-hmm.
can re-trigger the flow based on the, let's say if we are integrating with third party systems based on the code. Let's say if we get 400 401, then we can re-trigger the flow. So using that error handling thing, we can mention the conditions, we can put everything over there, and we can trigger the flow during one specific cycle. Like after 1 minute, 2 minute, and like 4 minutes, something like that, we can reintegrate the flow again and again. And so that is one thing related to error handling part. And we can use, like we can make use of these conditions like if else, that one we can do in flow designer as part of
Mm-hmm.
error handling. It's part of handling like small minor errors, I would say. But in related to integrations, then we can use error handling. We can leverage that.
Okay. Okay. Great. So I'm done with the interview basically. Do you have any question?
No, Minder. That's all
Okay.
from my side as well.
And uh, all the best from my side. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
And your communication is very good, and you understood what you have done till now. Okay. So keep going, keep touching new modules, and
Thank you. Yeah.
build your confidence and knowledge. All the best. Bye.